and welcome to the Sportsman Show, number 58, season 2. We're excited. We're in the holiday spirit. I got Halloween spirits through me. It's October almost. It's almost October baseball. It's almost playoff time. It's an exciting time. And of course, my co-host is always in the mood. He's decorating his house for every season and stuff. He's got his fake blood and stuff. You showed, say hi to the crowd. Show it to the crowd.
Hi. It's zombie blood, but
zombie blood. He's got zombies outside of his house.
Yeah,
they're trying to get in. He says you cannot eat my brains anymore.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Maybe the Bears will be coming along with the zombies if we have to.
Well, the Bears should be going into hibernation soon after this month is over anyways.
Yeah, don't count on it. We've had bears in our yard in December, so.
Well, there you go.
You know.
Well,
so October's going to be an exciting month.
Yes, it will be.
Joe's got, normally I went with him to the thing at the church a couple of years ago. This year, go ahead, Joe, you can announce it.
Glory Day Lutheran Church that I go to is going to have a nice get together on the 16th of October at 5:30. It's going to be with s'mores and stuff, and it's going to be for kids. We're going to be all sitting in chairs and stuff, handing out candy to kids and stuff. Usually it's trunk or treat, but we're trying something different this year. So it's a free event for people. So and
it's being done like this, just to play it safe, for the time being. But you're hoping trunk or treat will return.
Yep.
Before you know it. And Halloween, you hope this year it's a normal Halloween where people give out candy instead of running candy down the chute.
Yeah, down the chute, on the sides. But so that's happening. And stuff. I'm glad to see something's back, and it's a nice. Remember, plenty of parking at my church. Don't worry about that. Just come. It's a good time.
And besides, anyway, we're starting to get back to decency normal a little bit. We still have a long way to go, but we're going in the right direction now.
Yes, we are. We're starting to go back to good stuff.
And by the way, the numbers are trending better from what I've seen. I think we've been about between 1% and 4%, so that's still pretty good shape now.
Yeah, it is. It is. My partner here is probably kicking myself in the butt for not accepting hockey tickets for the professional Islanders, New York Islanders. I wasn't a big hockey fan, so I said, no, I don't want to see it. But
don't worry. I think the next one they offer you, I think you're gonna wind up accepting it, so I get to go. So
yeah.
And I can teach them the ropes about the sport of hockey too. It's a big opportunity.
I know, but hey, maybe
we'll get there.
Well, maybe if he gives us a couple games to go to the new arena, he may actually do that too. So
yeah, but
we got to find our way there.
Yeah, well, and not only that, the Islanders, because they're playing in a new arena, they start on a 13-game road trip.
Yeah, they do, but
that's because the arena won't be ready.
We'll be going to the home game, so
right. But right now they aren't ready. Their new arena isn't ready yet. So, but it's getting there. It's getting there. It's a nice, from what I've heard, it's a nice facility and everything. So, and they're finally got a nice arena other than the Uniondale Coliseum or the other arena that they have where you see a car in the corner of the ice. So
yeah,
which they did in Canada last year, but there will be fans again this there. And yes, from what my understanding is in Canada, it's going to be full capacity except for Montreal will be 50%, and Vancouver will be 75% to start the season. That's what the numbers show. So
is hockey going to do the divisions all crazy?
Okay. I'm glad you asked that, Joe. Very good. You did some homework on this. Yes.
Go ahead.
The divisions are going back to normal this coming season. Everybody's going back to where it is, unlike where it was last year when everybody just played in their division and even some teams got moved around. That isn't to be the case this year. It's going to be an 82 game schedule for everybody. I've been going over who isn't vaccinated. There are a few players from what I've heard who aren't. And the rules have already stated by some of the teams or the league, if you play for a Canadian team and you aren't vaccinated, you are not allowed to leave the country of Canada. You have to stay back. And it goes for the same thing if you're playing for an United States hockey team.
Okay.
So they're getting very strict because, unlike baseball where they say you can make up these games, hockey doesn't want to go through that because you will lose a paycheck and you can possibly forfeit a game.
Yep. Okay.
And while we're on the subject, crud, I might as well get it out of the way now. We've had two ongoing stories right now. The first one, you probably don't know it a little bit, Joe, but I'll give you in respect what's going on. Jack Eichel, the Buffalo Sabres, got his captaincy stripped because he failed a physical. And then there was an ongoing fight about with his neck injury. They wanted to do a herniated disc. And the Buffalo Sabres said, no, it's too risky. So I'm guessing he apparently wants out of Buffalo. He wants to go to a team where they can do the procedure. And the team said, nope, you're losing your captaincy, the end. So, and the general manager, Kevin Adams, has told the entire team, we're moving on from Jack Eichel. And it's sad, too, because he was the franchise of this team. He was named the captain. He signed a big 8-year contract with Buffalo. And now this is going to go all down to waste, and they're going to have a distraction this year. And I feel very bad for him because Buffalo hasn't made the playoffs in 10 years, unfortunately.
Yeah, that does sound like an unfortunate event. I mean, he just didn't want to do stuff, and he didn't.
He had all summer to figure out what was going on after he injured his neck during the regular season last year. And, he waited around to find out what his options were. And then it was going back and forth. They weren't happy. And then training camp, then here it is with the C being stripped. And, and when you hear about that, that is never good news when you do that.
Are they probably going to look to trade him?
They're trying to, but the problem is wherever he gets traded to, they're going to ask for a couple big names. And not only that, he probably won't be able to play this year anyway because he's got to get the surgery done. And we don't know how long he will be out for with this procedure.
Oh, okay.
So
he's almost like damaged goods right now.
Yeah, it's something pretty serious. I mean, yeah, I understand neck injuries can be done very seriously in any sport, but this has been ongoing for almost a year now, and it's been going back and forth, but that's why I feel really bad for the Buffalo Sabres franchise right now.
Yeah, that's sad. He's their top guy, right?
He was their center. He was their captain for a couple of years. He played college hockey at Boston University. He had one good year where he really was the leading Calder Cup trophy winner and, for the rookie of the year. And then after that, things went downhill for him.
Okay.
So
all because of this injury.
It's something. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's fighting over an injury. When I read about this when training camp started, I said, "Oh, this is what the Sabres don't need to start."
Did he get injured on the ice, or did he?
He got injured on the ice. Yes, he did get injured on the ice. It wasn't an off the ice incident.
All right.
So
that's not really his fault.
No, but when you have your fail a physical like that and nothing you've been able to do, then then something's going to have to give, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
So, the other thing you've heard me talk about Evander Kane, right?
Yeah, the bully.
Yes, the bully, the one who's having a nasty divorce with his wife.
Yep.
The San Jose Sharks have told him, don't come to camp right now. Okay. They told him to stay away.
All right.
And there's a reason for it. They're afraid of the distraction. They think the distractions will come through, and then it's going to make the team not very, focused on the ice or anything like that. And I'm glad he was cleared of all the charges, but the team is like, yeah, no, we don't want you around right now. You need to get your head back on a swivel and get your head screwed back on. I'm sorry.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw this in. I think teams nowadays are trying to lose distractions. They are trying, even if you're a semi-good player or you're a very good player, if you're a distraction, you're not good for the team.
It doesn't matter what level you're on, even if it's Pee-wee.
Yeah, even if it's Pee-wee or anything like that, if you're a distraction, you're off the team. It doesn't matter how good you are either. Yep. Even superstars are now, if you're a distraction to a team, you're pretty much being traded out or traded or released or are basically they're not going to take it anymore.
Yeah,
I think that's a positive for teams and outfits to do these things.
Yep.
Because that could really hurt your franchise. Yeah,
right.
Go ahead, Coach.
It's one player, you're on a team, you get distracted, then everything else you don't play well. And this is why right now it was best for the San Jose Sharks to tell them right now, you need to get yourself back into this before you know it. And by the way, there was rumors flying too that he was breaking COVID rules too.
Yeah, that too.
That can be typical of him, but you got to get your head cleared right now. Unfortunately, this has got to be done. The regular season starts in 13 days, and don't be surprised if he doesn't wind up playing for a while with San Jose, or they're just going to try and get rid of him, just move him forward. So in that way, San Jose can get rid of the headache, because he's really been a headache for the last 2 years now.
Okay.
So, but I'll leave it at that. But that's what I wanted to get out of the way with my sport to begin with. That we've got two major things that are going on. One that's still been ongoing, and then the one that's occurred a week ago. So, but all right. Since your Yankees have been playing better again, even though you told me on the year last week.
We're on a 4-game winning streak. Yeah, since I trashed them last week. Third
time you trashed them too on the air, by the way.
Yeah, third time I trashed them. Do I feel good about these 4 games and stuff like that?
Feel better now?
I feel okay and better. Does this prove that the Yankees can win the World Series? No. No, it doesn't. Did they catch Boston at a bad time? Yes, they did. Are they catching teams like Toronto at a bad time? Yeah, they are. At the end of the season,
you're playing them now.
Yeah, we're playing them now. Are we going to catch Tampa Bay at a good time?
No, they've already won the division.
They already won the division.
I think they clinched everything.
Yeah. They could take those next 3 games off and rest players for the playoffs. So the Yankees right now hopefully in the next 5 games, they win 2 or 3 of them. That's the only thing they have to win the first wild card.
Well, you're playing a Tampa team, by the way, that you said they will probably rest their starters or not play all their starters for the whole game this weekend. Yeah. Probably. And the game's at Yankee Stadium, right? You're not in Tropicana?
Nope, we're in Yankee.
Okay, that's what I thought. I know you're in Toronto this week, and Stanton, you can finally go ahead and say something nice about Stanton since he's been on a roll now.
Yeah, he's hitting 4 home runs in the last 4 games. He's actually living up to his paycheck. So, yeah, he's been on a roll. He's been a glorified DH. He's doing better.
Didn't they say he's been playing better ever since he went in the outfield now?
Yeah. He's getting into a groove and stuff, So that's good to see. That's the what are we paying him? $27 million a year?
Him a ton of money, and everybody was bashing him at the start of the season because he was doing nothing. He was striking out.
Well, he's a former MVP of the league. And his batting average was 220 213 or something like that.
Yeah, now he's batting what, 250, 260 now?
260, yeah. So,
Okay.
you know, it's good to see him improve. Judge has been a little bit better lately too, and coming through with key hits. He hasn't been murdering the ball. He's actually been hitting the ball. Hit some gap shots on the Red Sox to win some games. But the Red Sox, I've heard this interesting thing that they don't have any. They sacrificed hitting for actually defense in the outfield, and they don't. They moved away from fitting their ballpark and defending their home ballpark. They don't have the players to defend Boston, Fenway anymore, because they sacrificed them for a better bat, and they can't play defense correctly at Fenway. I mean, I forgot their center fielder or something like that. What was their center fielder?
Kikai Hernandez?
Kiki or whatever. He can't really play center field in Fenway. He's too slow and stuff to actually play that position. He's got a good bat.
They moved him to right field a few times too. They moved him.
Yeah, but even if they move him to right field or left field, that he doesn't play
left field. He's not. He can't. He's not very good playing against that big wall.
Yeah, he doesn't even play the wall correct or stuff. That's
why Verdugo's in left field now.
Yeah, and Jacoby Ellsbury is playing for Milwaukee right now, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Ellsbury, I didn't think he was back playing.
Yeah, he's playing for Milwaukee. He's in the first place Milwaukee's center field.
Because I was thinking, what's his face, who used to play for the Red Sox? They moved him on, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah, Jackie Bradley Jr. You lost your defensive guys. You tried to replace them with just hitting guys. And you lost Mookie Betts, that, and everything.
No, I knew Mookie Betts was not going to get re-signed. The Red Sox did not want to sign him to a big contract. They were afraid how much he was going to ask for.
Yeah, but you lost too much of your defense. You are number one in making errors this year. You're at the top list.
We weren't number one in errors for a while. Then you changed quick.
Well, you are this year.
That's our problem. And then of course, this is why we are lucky to be holding by a thin ice at one game up on the second wild card spot with Toronto, who, by the way, right now is playing New York. And of course, Seattle is not going away either right now.
No, Seattle's actually jumped Toronto in the chase for that final. I think you're only up a game on Seattle.
We're only one game. I think it's one game on Seattle too. So what could happen is there a chance we're going to have to possibly do another one game extra on Monday before we go to Tuesday's one game playoff? I don't know.
If you finish a tie in with Seattle, you're going to have to.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about if we have to flip a coin who gets home field.
Yeah, or something.
Because you would think that they would do that I think they probably have to do that by tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that.
Because you're going to need to do that in case let's hope that all of a sudden it's not a four-way tie. That would be horrendous. Then you'd have to play.
That'd be a mess.
You'd have to play two games there'd be two games on Monday.
Yeah.
And then the winner would have to play Tuesday, and you could be traveling. If you play in Seattle, you got an outside chance of traveling all the way across the United States where you're all pooped, and you got to play one game East Coast.
Yep. So, and you're going to have to probably waste your best pitcher in that game, and then the other guys are rested.
Yeah, because if we play the one game playoff, Chris Sale's going to pitch next week.
Yeah.
So, but there's just, well, let's just imagine all of a sudden you have four games to play on, 2 games to play on Monday. And by the way, that would still count as a regular season game, so the stats would still count.
Yeah, it will.
In
But
that department, of course, the Red Sox have played one game for a 1-day extra. Unfortunately, Bucky did us in, so we're 0-1 career playing in that extra game. I don't know how many times the Yankees have played a 1 gamer, or is it just that 1 game too that you played?
We've played the 1 game twice or something since they added the new. We've done that twice.
Oh no, I'm talking about before.
Oh, before ties and stuff.
Or did you play, or is that 1 game still what you had only was back in 1978?
Something like that. I wasn't born back then, but
I was 2 years old, so.
Yeah, you remember it. You were watching it on TV.
Yeah, I was just looking at it as a kid, going, "What happened, mommy?"
Hockey!
Oh, I didn't know. We didn't understand that back then. So
sure you didn't. You understand that by birth.
Yeah, that's true. At birth, I mean, I probably had a hockey puck in my head. So
you had a hockey puck pacifier.
That would have been nice.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
But I'm hoping for the best that it can happen in the American League. I think the National League's pretty much set, right? I mean, St. Louis has won 16 in a row, I believe now.
Yeah, National League's pretty much set. It's
except for the NL East. I think it's Philadelphia, Atlanta still contending.
It's 2 games. Whoever wins that division gets in.
Okay. Does Philly or Atlanta play each other this week or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Wait a minute. Philadelphia Phillies. Just for kicks. I don't want to check on my computer. I'll check this real quick on TV. Actually, they're in Atlanta tonight. Joe.
What?
They're in Atlanta tonight.
They are? Okay.
Philadelphia, yup. So that could change pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So San Francisco and Los Angeles, I believe, both clinched already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they could face. Looks like Los Angeles going to have to play a 1-game playoff more than likely.
Yeah. Yep. 1-game playoff.
Of course. So, but we'll see how it goes next week when we talk about baseball. It'll be the start
playoff time. Yep. It will be playoff time.
Pretty much, because the actual playoffs start next Wednesday next Wednesday. And the teams that played that 1 gamer will probably not start till Thursday.
Yeah.
So
they will be there.
All right. That's got baseball covered. Do you want to add anything on the basketball before we start the football thing?
Basketball right now.
Does training camp opens for you? It opened yesterday or
today?
Okay.
But just tougher rules on COVID, as every league bites down on this subject, and get yourself vaccinated, and you'll have a nice season.
There's 2 teams, from what my understanding is, big rules: New York and Golden State. If you are not vaccinated, you can only play with your team on the road. You can't play at home.
Yep. You can't play at home. So
it's very unique. Plus, here we go. The Philadelphia 76ers. What do you do with Ben Simmons?
Yeah, what do you do with Ben Simmons? Is he a good enough talent to try to save?
What happened with did it happen in the playoffs? That's the question. Did he not like losing to the Atlanta Hawks?
Probably he didn't like that, and losing the 2 years in a row to I believe they lost to Miami and then Atlanta 2 years in those 2 years. Is it Doc Rivers being?
No.
Is it Doc Rivers?
Nothing to do with him.
Probably, nothing. But yeah. So Philly's kind of down on their luck because I don't think they could trade for Damian Lillard, and because Portland's in the same kind of boat, but I don't think they can work out a deal for those two players to swap teams. And there's really nothing out there for Ben Simmons to go to because Philadelphia is going to ask for a boatload back or try to get equal value. There's no real equal value for Ben Simmons right now out there. I mean, there's nothing really out there. There's not another replacement, except Damian Lillard. Except that trade, and pretty much, do you win or lose in that trade? I believe Philly would. That's pretty much a push right there. Yeah, you're getting a more point guard kind of player in Damian Lillard than Ben Simmons, but yeah, it's pretty much a push right there. So you're not going to win or lose. But
it's a matter of how long is Ben Simmons going to stay out of is going to hold out, because he says he will not report. But I've seen worse things happen before when an NFL player does the same thing, and you're going to continue to hold out, and then you're going to lose out, and then you're not going to make any money except watching your paycheck get lowered.
And I don't think Ben Simmons makes tons of money either.
He just signed a max contract not too long ago.
Yeah. I think he's only in year one of that, and something like that.
Yeah, year two actually of 4. But still, why do you want to hold out and go to another team? What are you going to do if you go to a team that doesn't do anything? You're going to say, "Oh no, I reject that team."
Well, that's the superstar of the NBA right now, saying, "Oh no, I can't win a championship here," or "Oh no, my team's not doing so well. They're not treating me well. I want to be traded." I mean, it's not a pretty sight anymore when a player holds a team hostage and does this to a team. Just says, "I'm not reporting to camp. I don't care about the money if you find me or anything like that. If you lose me money, I want it out of here." And I mean, that must be a total scramble for any team to hear. It's like, oh man, we got to do something, or we're going to end up with nothing. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Philadelphia back in the day, you had some success. You did win an NBA franchise. Then you could never win any games for a while. You bring in Allen Iverson, the team changes, and now you're trying to keep the market going. And
well, Philly has been a doormat for a while after Allen Iverson. They were losing at least 60 games a year or something like that. I mean, I think they have the longest losing streak in NBA history at 17 or 18 games or something like that. And it's almost like Charles Barkley when he forced his way out of Philadelphia and said he wanted a trade. He got traded to the Phoenix Suns.
Yep. And then he moved on to Houston after that. Yep. He went to the finals with Houston once, and I think he went to the finals with Phoenix once.
I mean, if Ben Simmons goes to the West, out West is a lot harder to make the NBA Finals than
he doesn't need to go to the Lakers. I've seen the Lakers are loaded again.
Well, I see that, but Lakers are loaded. You're gonna have to deal with Steph Curry and the Golden State. You have to deal with a lot out in West. You got to deal with Zion Williamson. There's a lot
Yeah,
more to
we know
deal
Zion,
with.
just by the way, before you go on, Zion
Yeah.
actually had surgery again,
Yeah.
but he should be ready to go.
Yeah, he should be. But I'm just making the point that it's a lot harder out West to win games than it is in the East. And to make it to the finals or make it even into the playoffs out West, it's a lot harder. I don't see Ben Simmons' plan or anything. I don't see his strategy to if he cares about winning and winning an NBA championship, he should be able to stay in the East and help the 76ers win. You know? Because he's got an easier path to the NBA championship in the East than he does in the West. So that's what my thoughts on him.
Fair enough. I can oblige with that. I don't have to worry about my hockey because we already did that. We just surprised ourselves and did it in the opener. So
we did that already.
So, before we go to football, I do want to say right off the bat, congratulations to the USA Ryder Cup golf team. They didn't beat Europe. They beat Europe pretty good. Especially, yeah, they pretty well. Especially Rory McIlroy. Was it or Jordan Spieth? Yeah, he was not too happy how it went. His matches. I don't think he only won like one match out of 4. So it was a tough time for him, and the course was very difficult. It was played out in Wisconsin. Yeah, and the bunkers were like really difficult. I mean, it was almost like a bunker island on one of the holes.
Yeah, I think I saw some pictures of that.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the tournament Sunday. I didn't see it because I was at my cousin's watching football. So, but speaking of football, before we go to the pros, right now, probably the most downfall college football team at this very moment is the Clemson Tigers, who have now lost 2 games already this year. They just lost to North Carolina State, and they dropped to number 25 in the AP poll, while Alabama is still doing its job. Oregon is playing well. Georgia's playing very well. Notre Dame went to Chicago, beat Wisconsin, even though they lost their quarterback, but we have all these college football games now going into October, and a lot of them are now going to divisional play. Of course, UConn, hats off to them, almost beat Wyoming.
Yeah, almost.
But see, when I was at Lake Compounds, I saw the tying touchdown, and then all of a sudden, the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Didn't go well at all. It was just basically a quick pass format, and it went for naught.
Yeah, it didn't
It went for naught. It was a disaster.
Yep.
So, all right.
Well,
so now we come to the pros here.
One other football note for me. My Central Connecticut Blue Devils, my college that I went to. I can say we and stuff because I went there.
Yes.
And stuff. So they versed Miami.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but they got experience though.
They got a ton of experience. They got the experience of playing into a really big stadium. I saw pictures of the stadium. That's awesome.
Yeah,
stadium.
Hard Rock Cafe Stadium where the Dolphins play. Yep.
I mean, we got beat 69-0, but experience. They got players on the bench that could start for our team. So good experience. Good to try new things.
Especially you're Division II. Sometimes you're going to have
We're Division I.
Oh, is it Division I now
for
them?
We're Division I.
Okay, I thought they were Division II. If not, okay, so they needed some experience like that. You're going to have to you'll do that again eventually.
Yeah.
But, if you wanted to play Miami, play them now. Don't play them at the end of the season.
That's two, but.
But hey, I know that they got destroyed pretty good, but you know what? They'll take going to Miami. It was like, the coach probably didn't say too much like, hey, you know what? We had the experience. We move on to the next game.
Yep. I'm sure there's plenty that we've learned that they learned from that game and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right.
All right, professionals.
Football. I do not want to talk about Patriots and Tampa Bay yet until a little later because I've got a lot to say about what's coming for that game, but I'm not going to say it.
You got a lot to say.
All
right.
My surprising football teams to start. For any of you Denver Bronco fans out there, you're 3-0. You've played the Giants, you've played the Jaguars, you've played the Jets. Okay.
Those are 0-9 teams right now. They have a record of 0-9.
Right. I mean, there are bright spots. Teddy Bridgewater's been throwing the deep ball.
Melvin Gordon's defense looks great, though. Your defense on Denver looks awesome.
Yup. Now they have their first test coming up, but this is coming to be a Baltimore Ravens team where the whole Ravens team is on injured reserve, basically.
Yeah, whole thing.
But are you going to see Justin Tucker kick another 66-yard field goal?
That's awesome. That was amazing.
Yeah. It goes off the crossbar and in. Over.
Yep.
And the fans in Detroit were going, "Yeah, we won. We won.
Oh no, we lost.
Oh no, you lost." And then John Harbaugh's like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I get you on that, but.
Yeah. But and then if you didn't know, Joe, about maybe an hour earlier before that all started, Matt Prater was trying to go for a 68-yard field goal for the Arizona Cardinals. He missed, and then Jacksonville brought it back 109 yards for a touchdown. Tied Antonio Cromartie's record.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I saw that. Arizona still won that game.
Yup.
So.
Yeah, they're the guy picked twice. One went in all the way for a touchdown. Yeah. Arizona 3-0. Let's see, you beat Jacksonville, you beat a Minnesota team, and then you beat Tennessee. Tennessee was a quality win. Minnesota was a quality win. That's because Minnesota booted their field goal.
Yep.
And Jacksonville, and now you get a nice opponent in the Los Angeles Rams, who are by also. Plus, that game against Tampa Bay, Tom Brady was having a temper tantrum, playing a hissy fit. It felt like he was jumping up and down like he injured his finger or something. But Rams came ready to play. No Darrell Henderson. Here comes Sonny Michel. Yep. Decent game. Cooper, Matt Stafford has found his go-to guy right now, and it's Cooper Kupp.
Yep. He likes his Cooper.
He likes Coop, and he's in my fantasy football league, by the way. He has 5 touchdowns already.
Yep. He's got 5.
So he's the leader right now in touchdowns with 5. He was tied with Gronk for a little while, but he took over the lead in that.
Yep. Well, I wouldn't really go too hard on Tampa for losing that game. Too hard. I mean, your offense is still scoring 30-something odd points a game. Brady still leads the league with 10 touchdowns. And your defense needs to pick it up. It needs to pick it up a little bit.
Well, they found somebody today. They did sign Richard Sherman.
Yep, they signed Richard. So that's a good quality. With Richard, if Richard Sherman's head's on the right place, that's a good pickup.
Yep, absolutely. Another team that's been impressive, Carolina Panthers, but now they've got Christian McCaffrey out with a hamstring.
Well, Carolina's still in the same boat of playing not great teams, but okay teams.
Yeah,
winning. They
beat the Jets. Beating the Saints was a quality win. We give them that. That's a divisional win. So they get that one. And then Carolina took care of Houston. Of course, Houston right now,
yeah.
But now they have a test coming up in Dallas. But I think that might be high. That might be a high scoring shootout. I think.
I think so too. Carolina's the only 3-0 team that's really doesn't have a great offensive line. Their quarterback gets pressured a lot and sacked a lot and stuff like that. And we'll talk about Dallas. Okay, Dallas hasn't beaten a quality opponent in over 6 years.
Chargers? I would say that's a quality one.
Yeah, but remember how Dallas won the Chargers game. Chargers lost that game. Dallas didn't win that game. Chargers lost that game. The Chargers turned the ball over. The Chargers missed 2 red zone opportunities. The Chargers did this. The Chargers lost that game. Dallas didn't really win that game. The Chargers won over Kansas City.
Dallas actually should be 3-0 to be quite honest, but they're not. They did have a touchdown, unfortunately.
Okay, Philadelphia sucks. Philadelphia is no good. Philadelphia.
First week they played Atlanta, great. Yes, and then the next week San Francisco, they stayed close. Dallas, forget it, not even close.
Okay, Dallas is 11-1 in their own division in the past couple of years.
When they have Prescott.
Well, yeah, but that's the only teams that they're beating up on. The Jets, the Giants are no good. The Washington.
We've already proven that. The Giants are now without 2 receivers, a tight end who looks like he's going to start complaining. Not Kyle Rudolph, but Ingram. Yep. They've lost a couple defenders for the season already. I heard 3 players went down with a hamstring on the same game with the Giants versus Atlanta.
Well, my point is Washington's no good.
Defense, I'm very disappointed.
Yep. I mean, that's the only. Okay, if Dallas doesn't win that division this year, that's a big upset. McCarthy's gone. They blow up that team, but they should finish the season 10-7, probably this year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because they're going to win all their division games. That's 6 wins right there. And if they pull off another decent win against an okay team, whatever they face, that's 7 wins. That's about 2 more wins. That's 10-7 for this season. Is that really a winning record for Dallas?
Yes.
Not really. It is a winning record, but it's beating crap.
You'll be getting a division victory, though. You'll probably have a big lead over the other 3 teams.
Yeah, but you're going to host a division game, and you're going to go up against either the LA, or you're going to go up against Seattle, the Cardinals, or something like that, and you're going to lose because you're not going to be able to go up against those teams.
Let's talk about Seattle for a minute, Joe. 1-2, disappointed so far.
A little bit. They lost a lot. Russell Wilson's trying to carry the team.
Yeah, but should have never lost to Tennessee, though. Minnesota, that's one thing. But you should have never lost to Tennessee. You had that game won.
Yeah. Seattle's a former shell of themselves. They're learning paying a quarterback. You cannot fill out a team. That's what they're learning. I mean, every team that has paid a quarterback really hasn't learned you can't really build a team around him. You know, if your quarterback's taking up $25 million of your cap space, that really leaves nothing for anybody else on the team. I mean, they're taking all the bread. And who are you going to have around them to actually play some football with? you're not gonna fulfill that team. You're gonna have to go through the draft and have rookies and stuff. Rookies take time in different positions. They're not ready to go out and play. I mean, rookies on offensive lines and stuff. Yeah, they take a couple years to develop. Wide receivers, yeah, you can come in the league and be a good star wide receiver right off the bat in your first year. But other positions, you take time. If you try to build the offensive line of rookies, you're gonna get mangled. You're gonna get mangled. That's what Seattle's a little bit problem with.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand Pete Carroll's philosophy in the beginning when Seattle was going to championship games and the Super Bowl. You know, you didn't pay Russell Wilson nothing, but now you're paying him. Now you don't have a running game. Now you don't have the offensive line like you do. Now you don't have the Legion of Boom anymore because you can't fill out your defense. So
yeah, that's true.
That's Seattle right now.
Another 3-0 team. I can't believe I'm going to say this. The Las Vegas Raiders. They've played 2 games in overtime already this year.
And won them both.
Yeah, well, one was by a touchdown. The other one was a field goal, but if they didn't make that field goal, we would have had complaints saying, oh, the game ended in a tie.
Yeah, we would have had that one.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. But they were sloppy to start, though. Miami scored a pick six, 82 yards interception. So,
yeah, the Raiders going 3-0. You know,
Baltimore's a quality win. Pittsburgh's a quality win.
Pittsburgh's not a quality win. No? Pittsburgh is done, washed up and done.
All right, how about Miami? Do we give that one an okay win, or is that not?
No quarterback really for Miami. Miami's go.
Yeah, now we got Jacoby Brissett playing again.
Yeah, so that's not a quality. Baltimore's a quality win. We'll give them that. And the rest of the two, Pittsburgh's not a quality team anymore. Ben Roethlisberger can't throw the ball more than 20 yards. He can't do it anymore.
No, and he got his clean clocked against Cincinnati too.
He threw the ball 11 times behind the line of scrimmage the last game he played. 11 times. When you're throwing the ball backwards, you're not doing so well.
No, you're going the wrong way, asking for trouble.
Yeah, you really are. But the Steelers' window to win anything is closed. They're an 8-8 team or whatever, 9-8 or 8-9. Yeah, they're a 500 team, maybe.
You know, there was another team I thought of this all weekend too. You know. You're also looking at, let's see, the Kansas City Chiefs, 1-2. Are we just
1-2?
Yeah, but the problem is Andy Reid just got released from the hospital after he was dehydrated.
Yeah, how is that guy getting dehydrated? Hey, is somebody giving him some Gatorade on the sideline or something? Come on, give the guy some Gatorade.
I don't know. But,
I don't know how he gets that.
Kansas City losing to Baltimore, you can't say much. Well, except it was the Lamar Jackson show. No one else really did anything much.
No.
Chargers should have never lost that game.
No, because they scored 17 points in the third quarter to actually take the lead. They've led in like 20 or 30 of their games that they've played in the past couple years. They've actually led in games. They've led more than they've trailed. And, you know, is our teams figuring out Patrick Mahomes a little bit more? Yes, they are. Are they?
Divisional-wise, yes.
Divisional-wise, and the league is. Once the league gets tape on you and they get a good game plan to defend you, and Patrick Mahomes is a little careless. He's a little careless with the football. He likes to do those miraculous plays where he throws sidearm and stuff like that. they don't always work, because that's why they're called miraculous plays when they do work. And so say there's a 50-50 chance of that miraculous play to work. And some of those miraculous plays ends up in the defense doing a miraculous play on you, you know? So Patrick Mahomes, great quarterback, but kind of a gunslinger like Brett Favre, trying to push the ball a little bit too much and not really working it this year. It's not working. I mean, that's my take on him.
Another team to mention, the Green Bay Packers. Everything has now gotten quiet now at the moment.
Even moment.
San Francisco, it was scary. I mean, San Francisco marched down the field quick, but the Green Bay had a quick answer, and Mason Crosby hit that field goal.
Yep. And to win that game.
The only scary part was Devontae Adams did go in concussion protocol. They checked him out, and he said he was fine. So
yeah,
he got lucky there. So of course we didn't talk about New England, about how bad it was against New Orleans. We didn't come ready to play on some aspects, and then in the fourth quarter, after we made it a one-score game, New Orleans took 7 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. Ball control by
Winston was covered, but he got lucky on one play in the end zone.
Yeah. I think, do we have the right weapons, or are we using Mac Jones correctly? Are they?
Well, N'Keal Harris is off IR, so he's back this week.
Yeah. Are they using their weapons correctly? Are they using the tight ends? You paid a lot of money for good tight ends, and they don't get the ball as much. I mean, I see Mac Jones dropping back for 10 drop steps and getting sacked. The offensive line isn't holding up as well as they thought it would. They're still getting used to a new quarterback. Are they a playoff team? Probably not, because I think they got a lot of learning to do. It's going to take time to learn what Mac Jones can actually do to actually make this team.
Agreed, because now they have to get by this loss, and now
here comes
Monday. Here it comes.
Holy Tom Brady.
Holy mackerel! Tom Brady is playing against his team for the first time ever, and yes, I know he's in a ticked off mood. Gronkowski, I think, has been in a ticked off mood too. However, as a Patriots fan, you still have to root for your team to win. It's that simple. Am I going to hope for the best for Tom Brady? Yeah, but I'm not going to be rooting him on. I'm going to be doing it in my head and my brain. But, you got to still play it as a regular game. You got to watch and make sure that Brady doesn't find ways to get open receivers. They have Mike Evans. They have Curtis Godwin. They have
a ton of weapons.
Cameron Bray, Antonio Brown, I believe, is coming off the Zonk list tomorrow. Defense has got to be ready for this. I mean, I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's a non-conference game. We're playing Tampa Bay. Yeah, well, let me remind you, last year we played the Houston Texans. We should have never lost to them. And I think there's a chance it might happen again.
Yeah.
So Houston's really hurting themselves right now. So, but this is the kind of game where you'd like to get to 2-2 and then get ready for Houston, because the bad news is all that's going to be about Sunday night is, you want to avoid hearing this all night. I mean, yeah, I don't mind hearing the people talk about Tom Brady this or Tom Brady that, but, it's a homecoming for him.
Yeah, all I've heard throughout the week so far is, did Tom Brady get forced out of New England? Does Bill Belichick hate Tom Brady? Is there some kind of turmoil between these two? Do they really cross? Oh, there's hatred. There's this. There's that. They put poo on each other's door mats and light it on fire. and they run away.
Yeah, and then come after the game Sunday night.
Yeah.
Will Tom Brady and Bill Belichick say something to each other? I would probably say I hope so, yes.
I think they'll just go up to each other, win, lose, draw, shake each other's hand and say, good game, bad, nice to see you. Gentleman type of greeting.
Right.
And that's just about it.
And then the next time we could play him is in the Super Bowl. Don't count on it.
Don't count on that one.
No.
No.
But I mean, and of course it's got to be Sunday night, so it's a national game.
Yeah, it's got to be Sunday night. It's got. Well, remember,
I heard the entire NBC crew is actually going to be at Foxborough. I don't think they're going to be in their own studios for that one.
I don't think so either. But it's Tom Brady. It's the only team that Tom Brady hasn't beaten.
It's the first time he's actually ever playing.
First time ever playing on the opposite side of Gillette Stadium. And we got about a minute to finish up on this.
Yeah, I feel, hey, it was good though. At least we've made it to this point.
Yeah.
But our final saying, everybody, please win or lose this week. Just don't bash Tom Brady about anything. I know there's a lot of people who don't like New England, said a lot of nasty things about Tom Brady. This week, just let it go. Enjoy it for 1 week. Just watch the game, and then afterwards, you can say whatever you want on your social media. But during the game, just enjoy it and just shush, and don't make a crack or anything like that.
I agree with that. I agree totally with that. Just watch the game, enjoy the game.
Yeah,
and don't take it personally. Don't take it personally.
Still be a Patriots fan. You may say, don't say like, okay, go for Tom Brady's ankles. You don't want that.
Grab Tom Brady's leg, rip it off.
No, you want to make sure that, you do the right thing and don't do anything crazy. And of course,
just hope for a good game and watch the game.
And make it competitive. I hope it's not a blowout.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not 34-0 or something like that.
Oh no, I hope not. Please. Then we're going to be saying, gee, Brady comes and beats him in his first game back. No.
Yeah. No.
Don't want that. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, folks.
We nailed it.
We nailed this one. Yeah, we had a good show. Good show.
Yes, we did.
All right. I've been Joe Musil for the Sportsman Show. All right. Next time we'll talk about the playoffs, baseball a little bit more, and then the big Tom Brady man.
Next week, I guess I get a little hockey preview show next week because
preseason and stuff. Yep.
Yep.